are you doing? This is Fidiamondintherough. How's your day going today? I'm working on the leopard, or one of the customs that I have made from Diamond Shop, and I will say yet again, link is below. If you want to purchase one of the three, they are available to be purchased from Diamond Shop, and I do get an artist commission for it. So yeah, anyway, let's move on from that. What have you been up to? Me? Yeah, been quiet on the YouTube front, haven't I? Okay, so bit of an update. I think I took a little bit of me time. Yeah, I took a fair amount of me time out. I also did some free flow resin, which occupied my desk for 2 days, so I wasn't able to do much recording except that. So there's one of the reasons. The other is I took a little step back, and I know you guys understand the requirement that we just go, yeah, take a breath. So yeah, without that, I've taken the breath, and back, well, everything is looking all pretty well chirpy again. On the Nathan front, Nathan is we've managed to get things really good with his diabetes, where his doctor said, I'll see you in 6 weeks. He, I would say he, I did assist a little bit, but it was all his doing. He made changes that he was told he had to do, and it's paying off very nicely for him, so, and for us. So on the Nathan front, it's pretty good news. Still blood pressure too high, but that it's coming down. So that one phrase, winning. It's a good one. Okay, what else is going on? Okay, so basically you've seen very little of me this week, from the normal bombardment of a video nearly every day. And I just couldn't do it. I think it was the fact that when Nathan was sick, I'd had all these recordings done. I've managed to get them out, but I haven't backed them up with more recordings. So, well, you'll get things again now. So back at it again. So what's going on with the channel? So you've seen one free flow pour. There is another one to be edited. I have discovered that depending on what surface you put your resin on, it really does make a big difference for how they turn out. The reason why I say that about it is, you see this one, which is very firm now, okay, you can see, I'm just trying to find it now. If you like your tulip, see how this here just gives me the thought of tulip. See that one? I just get the thought of tulips for some reason, the tulip petals, but it's come out, the way it's come out is so different. One of them is because it didn't sit for as long, which gave it which really made it run. Camera's probably too close, but another thing I did on this one, I have the little beads on the end, which you can just see in there. So those little dots are actually beads. So yeah, that's where the type of material really does make a difference, because this one, the way it hung was so different to this one, which I'm about to show you, which you'll see me make this one. So hang on a sec, guys. Okay, so this one here, This is actually 2 pieces of free flow resin. They are resin together, but this was a different surface. So this was a very firm surface, whereas Glad Wrap moves a lot, whereas this one was a very firm surface. So I've got a very different effect. I absolutely love this one. And obviously I used a range of different colours. But on that note, I'll put this away. I will be doing more free pours. I love the process and the learning of what the resin does. It's just, yeah, it's an amazing process, So I have created an Etsy store, finally. And I will be doing pieces to go in the Etsy store. I am also looking at actually creating cover minders. So it's something that I toyed with before and I wasn't 100% about doing it. I have now decided I am going to go ahead and do cover minders. Cover minders will be a combination of resin and polymer clay. Most of the polymer clay work you won't see on the channel, but you might see me working and creating pieces of cover minders and stuff like that. So yeah, there's the start of it. But the main reason why I'm doing the Etsy is because I want to sell free flow resin, free form resin pieces, because I want to do so many of them, but I can only have so many of them inside the house. Which I think is a fair call. So to fuel my craft habit now, I need to start selling some of my crafts. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So if I will say here and now, if there is a piece that I work on and you see it if I work on a piece and I upload it on the channel and you see it and you're interested, email me and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Or I can put a link down in the Etsy for the Etsy store and you can follow the link. Or once I get that all organised, I still have to work out packaging now, because the free form stuff is obviously it's unusual shapes. Packaging is a little bit harder, so I've still got to work out on freight, but I think once I work it out the first time I'll be fine for the rest of them. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I will say that the blue one, so the blue one that I did had beach sand in the base, so yeah, slightly different. I am looking at putting that one up for, I think it's about 60 Aussie dollars. So if you're interested in contacting me before I put it up on Etsy, just let me know. It is, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave that where it is. Although, actually, no, I won't. Here we go, backwards and forwards. Having a conversation with myself while I'm having a conversation with you guys. What I will say is, if there is something that you are interested in, let me know. If you are interested in having a piece made and you say, I want to go with pinks, I want to go with blues, or I want to go with oranges and greens, or whatever, let me know and I might be able to make a piece for you. Yeah, because that's one of the things that I've been really enjoying, is like I've been able to tell people that I know that I do this, and their response is, oh, can you make this for me, can you make that? And I've been able to get there and make it for them, and you've seen the results on the channel, you know, just I'll make a piece and it's actually for someone that's requested it. And I think I enjoy making something just for the joy of making it, but when I know that somebody actually wants it, you know, it makes a difference to me. suppose in a way you could call it a self-confidence thing. You know, I never thought that I'd be able to do anything that anybody would be interested in purchasing, you know, and that's, or getting me to make something for somebody. That was just not really something that I thought I would ever be like. So yeah, but if there is something that you are interested in, send me an email and we'll see what we can do. You know, even if you're interested in and I make it and it's not what you were after, I can put it on an Etsy store, or maybe somebody else that sees it on YouTube could purchase it. But yeah, it's got to that point where now I've realised that with my craft, if I want to continue doing craft, I need to sell some of it. If only just to empty the room out a bit. Yeah. Craft room tour, just a bit hard at the moment when I've realised how much rubbish and junk I need to, I shouldn't say junk, but how much stuff that I've done that's just sitting in this craft room going, I need a home. Okay. Okay, so that's it for the resin side of things. What I've got coming up. So Sophie and Toffee Cinderella box arrived yesterday. I unboxed it today, so you will see that on Toffee Tuesday. So that is the Cinderella box, or the Disney box, I should say. It's the Disney box, but it is of Cinderella, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah, absolutely love it. That's going to be fun to work with. That is it's a combination of 2-part epoxy and also UV resin, so I'd say that's something that I'm going to work with and record and do a video for that one. It's not one that I could do as a live, unfortunately. So yeah, that's where we stand with Sophie and Toffee, although I do, the next box that's coming from Sophie and Toffee was supposed to have already been dispatched, but they had an issue with an item or something, so they didn't ship, and they're about to start shipping now. So the next Elves box will not be far away, so keep an eye out for that one. I have my fingers crossed that it will be available not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. Cross the fingers that it arrives. Also, I'm not sure whether I've mentioned it before, one of the boxes that backlogged that I've been waiting for is the March box. I actually gave up waiting for the March box and have contacted Sophie and Toffee, and I've done all the required forms, and I have been refunded the money, although that money went straight to another box. Instead of having to worry about paying later for another box, it's been put towards another box. So yeah. What else is going on? Okay, so Work at Wednesday, you will get the second freeform resin pour. You will get to see that. Finance Friday will be interesting. Finance Friday is when I do my budget. I do my envelope stuffing. And I will actually share with you my budget for that pay period, because that's the pay period where I get to and say, I won't have, that is the pay period that I pay out my credit cards and close my credit cards. Now, the interesting discussion I had about my credit cards with Nathan, he applauds me for what I've managed to achieve so far, which is really good. He recognises it. But I turned around and I said, I'm going to close, pay out and close my credit cards. I'm going to get rid of them. And he turned around and said, oh, you might need it, just in case, you never know if an emergency happens. Righty well. And I've turned around and said, well, I've managed to put away, like $1,600 already, and So I just need to set up an emergency fund and I'll be fine. I don't need it. Oh, you might need it. And yeah, I've turned around and said, I just can't. If I have a credit card and I call on it, you know, it defeats the purpose. The thing that I need to do is, once I pay the credit card out, then I start putting that amount of money into an emergency fund and just build that up so that when I do have an emergency, I have the money sitting there. You know, and treat it as an emergency fund. So yeah. And you know, and then turn around talking about having the cash, and he said, well, you should put it in the bank. And I said, no, I don't want it in the bank. Oh no, you should put it in the bank. Put it in the bank. And it's like, if I put it in the bank, I put it in an account, which then means that I can transfer it from that account into another account and spend it on online shopping at night time. I can't do that. So he actually did. He got on my case about putting it in the bank, and then I've turned around and I've said to him, look, in this amount of time, I've managed to do this, achieve this, and because I am not keeping the money in the bank, because the money is not in my bank account and I'm not able to spend it easy, this is how I've been able to achieve, you know. And he's just looked at me, and I said, it's what works for me. And he goes, okay, well, if it works for you, it is obviously working. It's like, yeah, it's obviously working. So yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of moments where it's been a pain in the bum having cash. Today shopping was, I did have a issue today where I needed extra money to pay for shopping. Yeah, there's a reason for that one. When you budget a certain amount per fortnight and then forget the fact that there's one fortnight that one week where your meals, so like we get a meal box every week. I actually cancelled it one week and forgot to actually make allowance for it in my cash budget. So hence I had to, basically I took money from 2 other cash envelopes to make this household one. But it's all good. I made it work. But yeah, to actually be in a shop and go, I've got to take cash out of this envelope and out of this envelope to be able to pay for shopping. The woman at the checkout was just looking at me as if I was silly. But yeah, doesn't matter. It's achieving what it needs to achieve. So yeah, the budgeting is working. So yeah, on Finance Friday you will see envelope stuffing, and you will see me doing my budget as well, which is going to be an interesting one. So there we go on that side of it. Planning side, planning is planning. Haven't really done much in the way of planning. I've just written down things that I have to do, and that's about it. That's what planning's about. I did a gorgeous spread, the coffee and donuts spread for this week. Gosh, it's like, where does time go? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so coffee and donuts, that was a pretty cool one. That one I did like doing. I'm just starting to find the weeks are starting to roll into each other at the moment, the way things are going. So, anyway, rolling on. Next is, I think that's about it. I will go and chat to comments, and I will say, Gems, I am sorry. Last week I chatted to comments and I hearted, and I didn't actually put any comments in. So last night while I was on night shift, I was like putting some comments. I was just putting my usual, gem rose, just to say, yeah, but I mean, I had talked to the comment anyway in the in my chat today. but normally it's the same day or the day after that I actually put additional comments in. But yeah, that was actually done last night, or early this morning I should say. While I was on night shift, I was like, I've got to do this, I've got to do it. Anyway, no excuse. There should be no excuses, but I think everybody's understanding anyway. Okay, so what are we going to talk about now? What we are talking about now is going through the comments. So hang on, 4th of September, 5th, 8th. Okay, so I'm just trying to tackle it on the oldest video, and the oldest video that had a comment on it was actually from Brittany. It was actually a drill with me, the Egypt holidays, when I was in, for the days when I was in Luxor. And I find it really cool, the videos that I produced, videos that are out there are still getting watched. It's not like it's there. Anyway, Brittany's never had the chance to go places like that, maybe one day, but where we live there's a special place called Tiger World. And man, there's some beautiful tigers, lions, tigers, and ligers, and they even have black panthers. I would so love to see a black panther. So love to see a black panther. Wish you could have one of the pigs turned into a custom, but there's a chain link fence. Yeah. It's always hard to. It takes a bit when you're going through to get a custom done. It's, even if you think you have the perfect picture, it takes a bit to be able to get there going, this is the right one for a custom. And then being able to actually crop it and get it to the right, not perspective, but proportions. So yeah, but it's always, those fences that get in the way. Yeah, here and yeah, I've got a few of those where I can't turn into customs because of fences. Okay, so then we go to cash envelope stuffing, my first pay for September. Rachel Ray, I've actually already talked to this one, Rachel Ray finds it fascinating. So I will say, the budget mum, she's the one that I've seen it through. I was actually talking to one of the guys I work with last night or this morning about budgeting, and he actually told me about the budgeting method that he does. And the way they budget is they 10% for this, 15% for this, 20% for this, and I find it really, really hard where you get there and say, you spend 10% on this, 20% on that. It's, I don't know if I could work on the percentage way of things, but this way seems to be working for me. So we'll keep it up and we'll keep you updated. So yes, Anna, seems to work out great for you. Keep up the good work. I will definitely keep it up. Fee from Oz is impressed. Still going strong with the budgeting, yeah. Mystery diamond painting. So this time I've done mystery diamond painting. I've joined in there, and I actually had already, although I decided to do the mystery diamond painting, I hadn't budgeted for it, but I had budgeted a certain amount for craft. So I went, oh well, it's craft, bang, covered. It's really cool to be able to do that without going, I'll order it next week. No, I was talking to my mystery swap partner, and we both ordered it the same day. It was so cool. So so cool to be able to do that. You know, for me, I will say in my financial side of things, when I'm going to do something, when I'm going to order something, I will actually say, like with Diamond Shop, with these things, I said, right, we'll organise this, but I will pay you on this day. You'll get payment on this day, because this will be, obviously they don't process the order until, but they know that they'll get the money on this day because that's my payday. Everything is like, on payday you'll get this. As opposed to now, I'm starting to be able to go, well, I've got the money there for craft and I'll buy it now, I'll purchase it now. And coming up with that one, I have an interesting purchase coming up, which might take a few months to reach me, but there's a surprise coming up in that one. And Kathy gives you ideas on how to budget. Okay, so obviously the budgeting, the videos are being liked. So I will keep doing them. I will definitely keep doing them. I'll do the envelope stuffing, but what I'll try and do, I might put the budget and the envelope stuffing together. We'll see. I'll see. I've just got to get it. I've just got to get it right. And you know, one of the things I just realised that I was producing so many videos. So whether it's just every second Friday, I do a finance Friday, you know, and the other Friday you don't get anything, just to even it out. But don't know. Still, it's the way it goes. You just don't. As a creator, I'm trying to get it right, but yeah, sometimes you're just never sure whether you're doing it right or not. So you bumble along. Hang on, Mr. D. There we go. Okay, and then the next one we go on to was actually my Chatterday Saturday. I've got 1.5 panels left on that. I've got 1.5 panels left on the GBFKE multi 5 panel. So I did want to get that done, but at the moment the aim is this done, because this will be once this one's done, I've got the 3, and then I have to order the frames, and the frames will probably take about 4 weeks to reach here before I can get them. The frames, I will be putting in exactly the same frames I used for my other 2 customs, which is frameless. Nathan has actually said he does like them frameless. So I will be ordering the frames and framing these. So I want to get these done so I can get them up on the wall. On the note of things on the wall, I now have Lafise up on the wall. Okay, so there's that side of things. So, but Chatterday Saturday. Brittany, yay, so excited when I saw this. Love the Chatterday Saturdays. I am really happy to bring them to you. Kathy saying your dog can't have wheat and beef, so you read the ingredients and the packaging. Yeah. Linda, love your videos. I will say, Kathy, tonight, much to Nathan's surprise, Nathan doesn't normally go grocery shopping with me, but now he does, because he's really looking at what he can and can't eat. But we went down the aisle with all the seafood, the tinned seafood and that, and I'm there looking for the tuna, not the tuna, looking for the sardines. So I've gone and grabbed 2 tins of the cheapest sardines so the sardines in oil. And he's looked at it going, you don't eat that. And I went, no, Bo does. And he's like, you're kidding. Like, every now and then I give Bo a treat of a couple of tins, just small tins of sardines in oil. 1, he loves it. 2, it is really good for him. So, but yeah, Nathan was very surprised that I actually feed Bo with a couple of tins of sardines. Probably once every 2 months. In summer, I will give him to him once a month. Yeah, it is something he loves. If I'm ever struggling with him with food, I know I can give him sardines and he will eat it. Okay, now Rachel, perfect timing, got a whole block of cross stitch done. Thanks for the company, you're welcome. It's funny how creators, we appreciate each other's company. I loved your acrylic pouring. Love it, love it. It's amazing when you see colours don't go together and the effects that they create. It's contagious anyway. The bug worry in that should be dead, it shouldn't be a problem. I hate those because, so not a biohazard unless some Jurassic Parkish happens in your house, Thanks, love you, thanks for the fun video, stay safe. It sounds good to hear music coming out of your pubs. No live music here still. And the normal drink-only pubs are still closed. People are so tired of not being able to socialise. We're lucky we have each other on YouTube. At least we have some community here. Social distance hugs. Yes. That is one thing that's been really fantastic, is the YouTube community and having people to, one, talk to and two, listen to. I did end up doing all those short whip and chats for a while because it's something that I felt that was needed. I will say we've just had a big barrage of new tourism thing launched in Western Australia. As Western Australia is the only state in Australia where you can stand up and have a beer. Or everywhere else in the country, you've got to have food with your drink, or you can only be in the bar for 2 hours or something like that. Whereas we even have nightclubs open now, so we are so lucky. So lucky that we've managed to get in a position we're in. It is giving us this lovely little sense of security, and one of the things that's really noticeable with the industry that we are in, and the salaries that we can earn, and the amount of time off we get. If I book 4 days leave, I can actually get a full 2 weeks off. That's the reality of the working roster that we do. So there's quite a few of us that love to travel a lot, and some love to travel a lot more than others. So some of the people that I work with are like getting really, really absolutely hanging to go travelling, go overseas. We're in this world where we're in our own little bubble where we are so safe and protected, and it's like, it's almost worth going away and coming back and having to do 2 weeks quarantine, because nowhere can it be as, it just doesn't seem real. It's almost at the point where it doesn't seem real. It is real, but it just doesn't seem it's not affecting our way of life now, with the exception of not being able to holiday out of our state. there's a few people, and I'm one of them, that's just, I just want to get out and go on a holiday. But no, we can't. Just know that we can't go anywhere except in our own state. Nathan and I already have a holiday planned. Well, we were supposed to have been and gone to our own. We were supposed to travel within WA this year. We were doing a 5-week camping trip, which we've had to put off. So I'm getting really, really, really itchy feet. And I just want to go overseas. I want to go see more of the world again. But anyway, we are lucky that we have the ability to chat to each other and keep each other company. I got sidetracked on that one, didn't I? Marilyn loves George. He's cute. He'd make a sweet minder. Love your channel. Thank you, Marilyn. He would make a good minder, cover minder. Thoughts? Fee from Oz. I'm enabling her again. Really like the glass pen holder. Yes, we're lucky in WA or e-COVID. We're taking them up and we are taking them up on the push to Holiday in the State. They're off to Monkey Mia this weekend for long-awaited holiday. Enjoy. Absolutely enjoy that. Envious that I'm not going with you, Fee. Oh, I've got a big suitcase. If I climb in that, can you take me with you? Kathy, yeah, the only time I wore a mask was at work to clean the room after a patient had been in. Hate the damn things, Kathy, yeah. I mean, I wear masks in here when I work on certain resin. Brief interruption, Nathan. Yeah, so I have to wear a mask with certain resins, and when I'm working with UV resin, I do need it. The UV resin does give off a interesting little odour, which it does smell a little bit nasty. Okay, so next lot of comments on the the plan with Fee. Anna's good job. Hope Nathan and I are doing well. We are doing well. And Shawana, thank you for the nice layout. And Rachel Ray wants a donut. It seemed to hurt your foot somehow. Taking it easy, lots of crafting this weekend. Take care, see you tomorrow. Rachel, yes, look after yourself. What have you done? I hope there's a story behind that you share with us. Hope you're okay. Rest up. Get hubby to look after you. Hopefully he's not over crafting and doing too much craft to look after you. Okay, so that was on the plan with Fee, and then work at Wednesday. I got a few comments on there. So the work at Wednesday was obviously, it was the blue candle holder with the beach sand in the base. Yes, there's more of that coming. I love working with that. Really did love working with that. So Anna Dion, oh my god, that's stunning. Long piece sticking out, the right is lethal. Yes. Yeah, it is lethal. I still don't know whether I should remove it or leave it, but it just seems like part of it is just, well, obviously it is part of it, but if you get what I mean. Yeah. Whoops, drop to drill. Okay. Mindy's diamond moment's pretty. Fee from Oz, so cool to watch the time lapse. So it does do some weird things. Really enjoy this video. Finished product is gorgeous. Thank you. Pippa, love seeing the process. Thanks for sharing, Rach. It's a beautiful place. Really enjoyed the time lapse. And Tammy, love the finished project. They also enjoy the process. So amazing. I can't believe how awesome that has turned out myself. I can't believe how good it actually did come out. Really wrapped with that. So yeah, there we go. All the comments covered, and I will tonight, while I'm editing this, I will go and leave comments on those comments. Yeah, I was a bit slack. I've been a bit slack lately, and I needed to, but yeah. Anyway, what else? I've got, okay, so mid-September, there'll be a little bit of an announcement for the channel, so a little bit of news, good news coming up in September, middle of September. Keep an eye out for that one. It's something that I am really happy that has happened. I've been asked a couple of times about this, and now it's happening, so I'll have some good news to share. What else? I think that's about it. Bo's just being Bo. Oh, hang on. We had Father's Day here in Australia last Sunday, and so my son goes around to my mum and my stepfather's place, so to his great grandmother and great grandfather's place, and he goes there on a Sunday. Doesn't always take Bub, but this time on Father's Day he went up there with Bub, and I will show you here. This is my stepfather and my grandbaby. So on Father's Day, there is 94 years difference there, but I love this picture. This one, can anybody see that turning into a custom? I love it. I know Diamond is not doing customs at the moment, but that one, look at that face. He's such a cool dude. It's pretty hard to show on here. It's not, but yeah, that's gonna be a custom, that one. Yeah, I love my customs. So yeah, I've gotten more photos of my little grandbaby now. He's growing up. I've got to try and work out when I can go down there again. Yeah, I need to go down again. Yeah. But I think that's about it. I did have an idea with the free flow resin. What I plan to do is I will do one free flow resin, and I will there'll be no colour. What I'm going to do is just put drills in. Throw out I have a big jar of drills. I'm going to put that in resin and turn that into a container or a vase. I'll see how that goes. So that's coming up too. Craft room tour, yeah, that's not happening for a little bit yet. I want to straighten things out. I've still got to move things around. I've made some changes and I still need to make more, so yeah. So I think that's about it. I say with a yawn, yes, because yeah. Yeah, I will say gems. I will leave that there. I will say thank you for joining me for this little bit of a chat today. Hopefully everything is well in your world. If you want to give me any comments, obviously I will talk to those comments. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how your day's going, what you're up to, what are you doing, anything interesting happening in your world that was really good to share with others. And if this is your first time dropping by, or you're just returning again and not sure about me, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I do an upload or when I go live, and you can check me out again some other time. And gems, I will say on that note, bye for now.